Long ago, in Greek and Roman mythology, there were the giants, also known as the gigantes. They were a formidable race that was famous for their enormous strength and fierce aggression. Despite their name, their size wasn't necessarily out of the ordinary. The Gigantomachy, their epic battle with the Olympian gods, was legendary, and it left a lasting mark in the annals of mythology. According to Hesiod, the giants were born from Gaia's blood when Uranus was castrated by his Titan son Cronus. Archaic and classical representations show the gigantes as man-sized hoplites, fully human in form. However, later depictions show the giants with snakes for legs. In later traditions, the giants were often confused with other opponents of the Olympians, particularly the Titans, an earlier generation of large and powerful children of Gaia and Uranus. Nevertheless, the vanquished giants were said to be buried under volcanoes and were often regarded as the cause of volcanic eruptions and earthquakes. Their reputation was legendary because they were seen as both a threat and a source of fascination. They inspired many famous tales and myths, which have fascinated generations of people, and continue to do so today. Once upon a time, according to Hesiod's Theogony, Gaia gave birth to monstrous offspring known as gigantes, meaning earthborn. Her mate, Uranus, imprisoned their children, Titans, Cyclopes, and hundred-handers, inside her, causing her great distress. To help her rescue their children, Gaia armed her youngest Titan, Cronus, with a sickle of adamant to castrate Uranus, leading to the birth of the gigantes. As a result of Uranus' castration, blood gushed out and gave birth to many other creatures, including the Erinyes, Melia, and even Aphrodite. Although giants are also mentioned in Homer's Odyssey, it is unclear whether they are the same race as those described in Hesiod's poem. Bacchylides called them sons of the earth, while Hyginus believed them to be the offspring of Tartarus and Gaia. Despite their monstrous appearance and questionable origins, the gigantes retained an element of intrigue and fascination due to their interesting tales and mythical connotations. The tale of the giants and the Gigantomachy is one that has been passed down through generations. It tells of a great war between the Olympian gods and the giants, who were the offspring of Gaia and Uranus. However, as time passed, many writers became confused and began mixing up the giants with other creatures who had also opposed the Olympians. One such creature was Typhon, a monstrous being born to Gaia and Tartarus. In the end, he was defeated by Zeus and his thunderbolt. The Elodi, consisting of two brothers so strong and aggressive that they piled Pelion onto Ossa in order to climb the heavens and attack the Olympians, were also mixed up with other opponents of the gods. To add to the confusion, some writers even included the names of three titans, Ceus, Iapetus, and Astraeus, in their lists of giants. Ovid was one such writer, who also mistakenly attributed a description of the hundred-handers to the giants. Despite all of this confusion, the legacy of the giants and their battle with the Olympians lives on. Even their mere association with earthquakes, as it was often used to describe Aegean, a creature associated with the giants, has become a part of their storied history. Once upon a time, there was a giant king named Eurymedon who was renowned for his great-hearted nature according to the epic poet Homer. The giants, in general, were often described as strong and great by Hesiod, while Theogony portrayed them as birthed with gleaming armor and long spears. However, the giants were also characterized by their violent tendencies and excesses in early sources. For instance, Pindar's description of giant Porphyrion depicted his excessive violence as resulting in their ultimate destruction. Furthermore, Bacchylides portrayed the giants as arrogant and subjected to divine retribution for their hubris. Interestingly, the giants shared similarities with the Laestrygonians, as Homer's comparison of the two suggested. The Laestrygonians were also described as having great strength and possibly great size, with the ability to hurl rocks as huge as a man could lift. As time passed, the descriptions of giants became more monstrous and less human. Apollodorus imagined them as frightening in appearance with long hair and beards and scaly feet. Ovid depicted them as serpent-footed with 100 arms, while Nonnus imagined them as serpent-haired. Despite their human qualities at one point, giants became more and more feared and depicted as monstrous creatures as time went on.
Do you want to explore more Greek mythology stories? Who do you want to see featured next? Subscribe and leave a comment below to let me know. I'll see you in the next video.